So the title of this video is Composition of Functions Commutative. So it says, using the functions provided, find f of g of x and g of f of x, and determine if the composition of functions is commutative. Now this isn't exactly a proof, but if they don't turn out commutative, it's enough to say, okay, composition is not commutative. Now remember the commutative property, like for addition, a plus b equals b plus a. It doesn't matter which way you add them. But, so this is commutative. But subtraction is not commutative, right? Like you can't just switch them around. Those aren't equal to each other, okay? They could be, but it has to be true for every case. And so like if you say, oh, 3 minus 5, is that the same thing as 5 minus 3? And the answer is no. So it only takes one case to disprove something. Okay, so they give us two functions and we're going to compose them. F compose g. Now they could have written that F compose g of x, but they didn't. They wrote it F of g of x like this, and I don't really care which way you write it, but just so that you know. So what we're going to do is we're going to take g of x, which we know what g of x is. G of x is right there. And so what we want to find is F of, I'm trying to color coordinate it for you, 3 minus x. See, that's what g of x is, 3 minus x, right? We don't have a value for x, but we do know what g of x equals. They tell us that, okay? Now we've got to switch and find f of 3 minus x. So we want to take, it's going to be equal to 2 times, and then it's going to be 3 minus x plus 1. So I should have done this in green, but that's what you're doing. You're taking the g of x and you're putting it into the other function, just like that. You could do that circle thing with the arrow. That might make more sense. Okay. Now we have to simplify it. Okay, so 6 minus 2x plus 1, we're getting negative 2x plus 7. Okay, and then we're done. All right, so that is F compose G of x. That's what it is. Now we're going to do the other one. So G compose F of x. Now we're going to go the other way. So we know what F of x is. F of x is 2x plus 1. And that comes right from here, 2x plus 1. And now we want to put it in the g function. And so it's going to equal 3 minus 2x plus 1. Okay, so if I think about it, I'm taking this f of x and putting it into g of x. Okay, and I hope the arrows help. Okay, so now we're going to simplify this. And what do we get? 3 minus 2x minus 1, or negative 2x minus 2. Are those the same thing? No, those are not the same thing. So this was g compose f of x. Okay, so composition of functions is not commutative. So you only need one example that's wrong to say the whole thing is, not commutative. So it makes a difference which order, if you go G compose F or if you go F compose G. Okay? All right. Now it's not to say there couldn't be a case where they were equal, but the rule is that it's not commutative. You can't be guaranteed that it's going to work. Okay. Like if you switch it around.